Do you put a lot of pressure on yourself to always do things right? If so, this video is for you. What you think is perfect is based on your own judgment. There's no real way to evaluate something as perfect. Perfectionism is just a bunch of silly made-up standards created in your own head. These obscene metrics should never dictate how you feel about yourself. Let's say you want to meditate for 10 minutes every day, but one day you woke up very tired and missed your meditation. So, you decided to call yourself a quote-unquote total failure and a complete piece of garbage. These self-flagellating things you say to yourself for failing to meet those insane standards are things that only exist in your imagination. You're being your worst enemy for having absurd standards and deprecating yourself for failing to meet them. Perfectionism is the combination of having worthwhile goals and expecting your progress towards them to be flawless. It's insane to think this way because life is uncertain and everything is always changing. See, if you feel like a loser just for waking up 5 minutes later, the problem is not wanting to wake up at 5:30 a.m., but thinking that waking up 5 minutes later makes you a loser. The strategy is not to change your goals, but to change your attitude towards the setbacks you will inevitably face along the road. Speaking about goals, if you have ever failed to reach your goals, I think you can benefit a lot by watching this video I made about how to set and achieve exciting goals. I will link it in the description below. Perfectionism is a black or white attitude towards your behavior. The big problem is that nothing in life is either black or white. Everything is a combination of positives and negatives. Perfectionists usually think of everything as a success or a failure. If they are succeeding, then there's no problem, but if they fail at one very small thing, they think of themselves as failures and immediately quit. Perfectionism is an excuse for taking responsibility for dealing with setbacks. Let's see how this works. Imagine you misspelled a word while writing a text and you sent the message either way. You will not think, "Oh shoot, I made a typing mistake. I guess I'm a total loser and I should never type anything again in my life." Instead, you might just think, "Okay, I'll be more careful next time and spell it correctly." This is the exact attitude you have to take every time you quote-unquote fail at some goal you have. There are so many variables in life that the chances of executing your plans in a flawless way are almost zero. The uncertainty of life and its variables are what make humans imperfect. Perfectionism is just a coping mechanism to avoid dealing with the uncertainties and variables of life. Instead of wanting to be perfect, focus on learning how to deal with the challenges, setbacks, and failures you will have to face. People are so afraid of this that they would rather quit than face them. Quitting is easy, it's what everyone does. Taking responsibility, assessing your mistakes, and improving upon them is the hard path. Also, real growth comes from our mistakes and failures, so avoiding them is not serving you. If you are one of the millions of people that are afraid of failing and therefore are not growing, I strongly suggest you watch this video I did about how to overcome your fear of failure fast. I will leave the link in the description below. Perfectionism is silly because nothing in life is absolutely good or bad. Everything in excess ends up being detrimental to us. Also, abstaining from something forever takes a toll on our psychological well-being and creates stress in the long run. Waking up early every day is a noble goal, but some days your body will need more rest. Therefore, forcing yourself to wake up early despite anything will mess up your health. Following a specific diet is a healthy goal, but some days you will want to have some junk food. If you force yourself to always resist this natural desire your body has for tasty food, you will just stress yourself. Every healthy habit must be broken with its unhealthy counterpart from time to time. You are not a machine, you are full of impulses and desires that you have to fulfill from time to time. Otherwise, you will end up miserable. Almost all the processes in your body are completely autonomous. You don't get to control your hunger, or how horny you are, or how tired you are. Sure, you have influence over them, but from time to time, your impulses will be stronger than your willpower, and that's okay. They have nothing to do with your self-worth. The key is to find your personal golden mean. Balance is the name of the game. By the way, perfectionists are usually master procrastinators because they are waiting for the perfect conditions to take action. This will make you stay stuck forever. That's why I want to suggest you watch this video I made about how to overcome procrastination fast. I'll link it in the description below this video. You need to acknowledge that humans are full of desires that you can't completely tame, and that's okay. This literally means you will never be perfect because your desires are not perfect. A better approach would be to get to know your most intense desires and impulses. For example, I love Danish butter cookies. I know that I will eat a lot of them, and that's why I put them in a spot where I can't easily find them. Sometimes I can't resist my urges to eat them, so I end up eating a lot of them. Since I know this is a natural desire my body has, I don't take it that seriously because it's a natural part of me. I know that as long as my overall diet is healthy, it's okay to fulfill my body's desires from time to time. In the same line, instead of forcing your behavior to be perfect, work on reacting in a better way to your behavior. If you binge eat butter cookies like me, don't buy them, place them out of sight, or create bags of 5 so you can moderate yourself. If you tend to drink alcohol when you're stressed, maybe journaling and meditating will help ease the stress. And the best solution to perfectionism is to practice self-compassion, because mistakes and setbacks are a natural part of life and they have nothing to do with your self-worth. Let me know in the comments down below what's something that you've been trying to be perfect at. I'd love to know and reply to you.